This past year, our school district cut fifth grade band for budgetary reasons. Now, fifth grade band was all the instrumental instruction we had in elementary schools. So that means that, Jason can't learn the flute, and Madison won't be able to play clarinet, and Jacob won't be able to play trumpet, and Malik won't get stuck with the tuba. But to me, this is tragic. I started violin in second grade, and then picked up percussion in middle school. So I was in both band and orchestra. And then I discovered girls, so I, of course, dropped violin, because chicks dig drummers. That actually didn't pan out the way I imagined it would. Surprise. All the guys are nodding like, yes, I remember that. But I kept on drumming, and then when we were expecting our first child, I started playing guitar because I wanted my children to grow up in a world where people made music. And what I want for my children, I also want for my students. And so when we lost fifth grade band, I said, hey, I'll create my own fifth grade band. But instead of a concert band, I was fresh out of bassoons and piccolos, you see, I created a rock band. So we had Aaron on drums, Michael and Brandon on guitar. We had three singers, Brianna, Summer, and Brittany. We would rehearse every day for an hour during dismissal time. And then every Friday, we'd play a concert in the cafeteria. And I got Aaron this sweet Gretsch drum set with Zildjian cymbals. I found some PV amps in this dusty old gym closet. Cleaned them up, got them humming. And let me tell you, we rocked. We totally rocked the cafeteria. But it wasn't all kicking out the jams, you see. Several times we had to sit down for what some are referred to as our Dr. Phil sessions, and work through problems and tensions. Because I had one rule regarding the band, and that was no one can quit. We have to work through problems. And so someone would get upset over picking a song. We always do what she wants to do. Or a little joking comment would hit a raw nerve, like, don't you tell me I'm bossy. But we'd sit down every time. We'd sit down and work through the issues, and we'd get back to making music together. And that's when I realized that the instructional value of this little enterprise went way beyond the music. What more important skills can young people learn? Can all of us learn? And that kind of perseverance and cooperation. And not that easy sort of Sesame Street cooperation, like, hey, Bert, I'll help you feed your pigeons. But that tough, real-life cooperation where, somebody just, oh, I love this song, and somebody, I hate this song. And guess what? We have to decide together right now, are we doing this song or not? And don't you hit those kind of impasses in your adult life, with your coworkers, with your spouse? And you have to learn how to work through them. And so, not everyone, however, thought that running an elementary school rock band was a worthwhile thing. Some people actually went up to my bandmates and said, what Mr. McGrath teaches you won't help you pass the test. The big, high-stakes standardized test at the end of the year. And you know what? They're right. Fine. 6 hours a week of music rehearsal and performance won't help them choose A or B or C or yes, even D. But you know what? It made them better people and better learners. Better learners. They're more persistent, more patient, more persevering. And I think that's what too often gets lost in education today. The idea of bringing up good young women and good young men who possess the character traits that are essential to success out in the real world. We can get so wrapped up in things like standardized testing that we lose sight of what really makes for productive citizens. Now, yes, they must learn the curriculum, and I teach that too, but I discovered that it's equally important to teach these character traits. And I know it might seem insane at a time when some people are saying there's a crisis in American education to promote not some flashy new technology or some austere accountability program, and instead make the case for teaching the whole child, but what children learn and certain types of non-academic instruction equips them to succeed in academics. Like, you won't do very well at calculus or physics if you lack patience, right? So we must do more than just teach children how to pass tests. We have to teach the soft skills, the habits of mind, the ways of thinking and behaving that become character traits. And that's why I also run chess clubs at school. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Yes, we are playing a game, okay? There, I said it, we're playing a game. But you know what? It's a game that teaches them to think ahead, to explore the nuances of a complex situation, and then use that deeper understanding, and you're all familiar with Bloom's taxonomy now, use that deeper understanding to form and carry out a strategy that must constantly adapt to changing conditions. Does that sound like things you have to do in real life? I think it does. And I tell you something, I confess, I'm a ruthless chess teacher. The first thing I tell them on the first day of chess club is you will not play a game of chess for months. Really? Months. Because it takes that long to learn the strategies and tactics they'll need for that first game. And that first game, I don't just say, okay, go play, children. No. I say all of them versus me. And they have to debate every move together. So someone will say, oh, look, we can take his pawn. Oh, we'll lose our bishop then. We could capture back his knight. Oh, that's going to weaken our defense. And sometimes they would debate a single move for over half an hour. And if you've worked with children, you know that is incredible. My school garden, we grow flowers and herbs, vegetables, but it also grows character. I brought these third graders out in February after the last frost to plant some greens, and all through March we went out together to tend the beds. And then at the end of April, they harvested arugula, collards, kales, and spinach, loads and loads of it, that they bundled up and gave out to the custodians and office staff at our school. Tiffany planted sugar snap peas, and after 2 months of working and waiting, picked them and shared them with their teacher and their classmates. You see, they saw patience and diligence pay off, and then they paid it forward. And you might be surprised to find that educational research has shown not only that music instructions help children in their academic areas, and that chess instruction helps children with math abilities, but even school gardening creates habits of mind that helps children in areas as diverse as math and language arts. Our school district, the vision statement, states that we want, quote, all students prepared for productive futures. Well, let me ask you, what qualities mark a student as prepared for a productive future? What are those qualities? I want you to notice also that all of these things we do, these are risky endeavors. Students can and will fail at these things. Like, those boys are always playing the wrong chords, and Aaron is going off, and I don't know, he's playing another song sometimes. They just slaughter it. And the girls, they skip the chorus, and we're like, where are we? But you know what? They work through it. And my chess players, they will blunder away the queen. They will just lose matches, but they work through it. And we'll go out to the garden to pull weeds, and they'll pull up the very self-same seedlings they themselves planted 2 weeks earlier. But we work through it. Because if we're trying to grow character, you don't grow character in the sheltered confines of textbooks and worksheets. We grow as people when we overcome adversity in real life. And that's why character education programs, they sort of like, today, children, we're going to talk about honesty. Who knows something about honesty? That stuff is proven failure. But you know what works? Things like chess clubs and school gardens, and yes, even rock bands. So kids do have to learn how to divide fractions, just like you have to use the right cover sheet for your TPS reports. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. You know, we all have things we have to do, but can't we take care of business and grow as people and help other people grow and lead fulfilling, fascinating lives? I mean, if we have to have tests and textbooks, let's also have seeds and songs. You know, we can do what we must in schools and in life, but not at the expense of the things that make life worth living. Thank you very much.